Welcome to the Whispers of the Past, where we unravel the stories behind the world's most fascinating places and objects. Today, we embark on a journey through the sweeping history of Syria, a land where civilizations were born, empires clashed, and a resilient people continue to endure. Syria isn't just a name on the map, it's a bridge between ancient and modern history. From the world's earliest cities to today's global headlines, Syria's story is one of triumphs, trials, and transformation. Syria's story begins in the Fertile Crescent, often called the cradle of civilization. This land, with its fertile soil and access to the Euphrates and Tigris rivers, hosted some of humanity's earliest cities. The ancient city of Ebla, located in modern-day Syria, flourished around 2500 BCE. Archaeologists unearthed thousands of clay tablets there, revealing a sophisticated economy and one of the earliest writing systems. Later, Syria became a crossroads for great empires like Mesopotamia, the Hittites, and the Egyptians. The Assyrian Empire left its mark with grand architectural projects and military dominance. But it wasn't just power that defined ancient Syria, it was innovation. The city of Ugarit gave the world one of the earliest alphabets, a precursor to the one we use today. Fast forward to the classical era, and Syria became a jewel of the Roman Empire. The city of Palmyra, with its stunning colonnades and grand temples, stood as a testament to the region's importance. It was a hub of trade connecting the Mediterranean to the Silk Road. One of the most fascinating figures from this period is Queen Zenobia of Palmyra, who rebelled against Rome in the 3rd century CE. Her courage and ambition left a legacy of defiance that echoes through Syrian history. The 7th century marked a seismic shift, the rise of Islam. Syria became a central player in this transformation when Damascus was chosen as the capital of the Umayyad Caliphate in 661 CE. Under the Umayyads, Damascus flourished, blending Byzantine, Persian, and Arab influences. The Umayyad Mosque, built on the site of a Roman temple, remains one of the world's most stunning Islamic monuments. Syria became a land of learning, culture, and trade during this period, hosting scholars, poets, and merchants. In the early 16th century, Syria fell under Ottoman rule. For nearly 400 years, it was part of a sprawling empire. Cities like Aleppo and Damascus thrived as centers of trade and culture, but the region's political autonomy was limited. The Ottoman decline and the devastation of World War I brought dramatic changes. In 1920, the League of Nations placed Syria under French mandate, a move that sowed the seeds of discontent. After years of struggle, Syria gained independence in 1946, but the road ahead was far from smooth. A series of coups and political instability characterized the early years of independence, with the Ba'ath Party eventually taking power in 1963. Hafez al-Assad's rise to leadership in 1971 marked the beginning of an authoritarian regime that would shape Syria for decades. His son, Bashar al-Assad, continued this legacy, but under his rule, a new crisis would emerge. In 2011, inspired by the Arab Spring, Syrians took to the streets demanding reform. The government's harsh response ignited a conflict that spiraled into a devastating civil war. The war has claimed hundreds of thousands of lives and displaced millions. Cities like Aleppo and Homs, once symbols of Syria's cultural heritage, became battlegrounds. The fall of Bashar al-Assad sends shockwaves across the Middle East and beyond. For years, Assad's regime was a linchpin in Iran's axis of resistance, which also included Hezbollah and Hamas. With his departure, Iran loses a critical ally, and its influence in the region is significantly diminished, especially in Syria, where it had a strategic military presence. For Israel, Assad's ousting represents a major shift in the balance of power. While the rebel factions that have risen to prominence, particularly HTS, are no allies of Israel, their victory disrupts Iran's ability to arm Hezbollah via Syria, weakening its broader military reach. Globally, this moment marks a shift in how the international community might engage with Syria. The question now is whether Syria will pivot toward rebuilding ties with the West or remain divided under competing powers, with Russian influence potentially stepping in to fill the vacuum left by Iran. Syria's history is a story of contrasts, creation and destruction, power and resistance, tragedy and hope. It's a place where the past isn't just remembered, it's lived every day. As we reflect on Syria's journey, let's honor its contributions to humanity, the alphabet, architectural wonders, and its enduring spirit. Syria is more than a war-torn country. It's a testament to the resilience of culture, community, and the human spirit. Thank you for joining us on this journey. If you enjoyed this video, like, share, and subscribe to the Whispers of the Past for more stories that connect us to our shared history.